Coming in on this from the Vice President, JD Vance. He was asked about it on his way to North Carolina for an event there focused on public safety. It's an exclusive interview. Rashad Hudson has it. He reports for our NewsNation stations around the country and joins us now after speaking to Vance. All right, Rashad, good to see you. What'd you learn?
Hey, Connell, this was the first time Vice President Vance had a chance to react to that shooting in Dallas at the ICE facility on camera. Now, the investigation is still ongoing and it's in the early stages, but the vice president is pinning this on left-wing activists. Take a listen.
We do feel pretty confident this was a motivated left-wing political attack. I think in particular my Democratic colleagues need to ask some very hard questions about why it is that folks from their side of the political aisle seem to be engaged in these politically motivated attacks.
Now, you heard there from the vice president, first time he's had a chance to say these things on camera. But the vice president is concerned about crime. That was one of his major topics here in North Carolina. He talked about the stabbing that we all saw in that video of Irina Zarutska here right outside of the Charlotte area. So he talked about that, as well as his friend Charlie Kirk. That was another crime that he talked about here.
Why was this person walking the streets of Charlotte in the first place? This is the person who had been arrested 14 times before and had been let out of prison again and again and again. He should have been in jail or in a mental institute, and the fact that he wasn't, I think it really is a major indictment of our entire criminal justice system in the United States of America.
I'm thinking back to how big of a story, Rashad, that was before the murder of Charlie Kirk, and now you're in the state where it happened in North Carolina. I know that one of the other things that you asked the vice president about was the comments made at the Kirk Memorial by the president when, you know, after Erica Kirk spoke, he was speaking, President Trump, about hating your enemies. And let me play that one more clip from the vice president in your interview. Here's what he said.
I thought the president, in his very humorous way, highlighted that it's kind of hard, actually, to forgive your enemies. It's kind of hard when people attack you and criticize you and even commit acts of violence against you. I don't think that he was saying we should hate our enemies. I think what he was saying is Christ's commandment to love our enemies is very tough.
So, you know, from that clip, it seems, Rashad, that the vice president's point is that the president was essentially joking around there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the vice president said, that the president was saying that he hates his opponents in a joking way. But I asked the vice president, how do you reconcile the difference? You have Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, saying that she forgives the man who shot and killed her husband. And the president said, I hate my opponents. And you saw there the vice president get a little personal when talking about his faith and what forgiveness to him, what that means.
All right, interesting stuff there. It's a NewsNation exclusive. Rashad, thank you. Rashad Hudson in North Carolina, speaking one-on-one with the vice president. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.